In today's explain, there is another article about the Russian Luna 25 crash. So, what the Luna 25 crash tell us about the moon landings? Spacecraft touched down on the moon in the 1960s. Why then are the modern space agencies struggling with soft landing, with 4 missions failing in the past 4 years? Our Chandrayaan 2 also failed in soft landing, and let's see on 23rd August what will happen about Chandrayaan 3. Luna 25 modern Russia's first attempt to land a spacecraft on the moon has ended in the failure with the spacecraft crashing onto the lunar surface. Russian space agency Roscosmos said on Sunday the failure once again highlighted the risk involved in getting a spacecraft to soft land on the moon. Even though successful landing has been achieved more than 20 times, so earlier there was a successful landing, including 6 times with human beings on board. The technology clearly has not been mastered yet. Amazingly, except the 3 Chinese landing in the past 10 years, all the successful landings on the moon happened within a decade between 1966 and 1976. So this is the period of Cold War period. 15 minutes of the terror. uh, this KC1 of the ISRO has said about the Chandrayaan 2's last 15 minutes as a 15 minutes of terror. So this shows how the complexity involved in making a descent from the lunar orbit to the moon's surface. In the past 4 years, 4 countries, India, Israel, Japan, and now Russia, have tried to land their spacecraft on the moon and failed. Each of these missions encountered problems in the very last stage during the landing process and crashing on the moon's surface. China has been the sole exception in this, having landed on its very first attempt in 2013 with Chang'e 3. It has repeated the feat with Chang'e 4 in 2019 and Chang'e 5, a sample return mission in 2020. Among the countries that have tried and failed, India is the only one which is already in the process of making a second attempt. Having learned from its previous failure, it has incorporated several safety features in Chandrayaan 3 and added layers of redundancy so that if one particular features develop problem, then something else will work. So if we see the history, then we can find that there is a very low success rate. 50 missions were sent by the erstwhile 50 missions were 50 missions were sent by the erstwhile Soviet